afternoon. I'm Dr. Linda Vaden-Goad, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Framingham State University. As we begin this exciting afternoon, I ask that you take a moment to silence your cell phones and other electronic devices. Thank you. It is wonderful to have you here today for the university's 2016 Undergraduate Commencement Ceremony. This is a day you have been working toward for many years. Congratulations. Now, if you're not already standing, please rise for the presentation of the colors, followed by the national anthem, sung by our very own Inessa Burnell, a member of the class of 2019. The colors are being presented by members of the Assabet Valley Regional Technical High School Marine Corps Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, of the brave?
Wonderful. Thank you, Inessa. You may be seated. We would now like to take a moment to recognize all of the veterans and current members of the military in the audience. Would you please rise? Thank you. To bring greetings on behalf of the university, here is Dr. Javier Ceballos, President of Framingham State University.
Welcome, welcome proud parents, families, and friends of our graduates. Welcome dedicated faculty, staff, trustees, alumni, elected officials, and honored guests. And welcome and congratulations, Framingham State Class of 2016. This is a very special day for you, one that you have worked long and hard to experience. We are proud to share it with you. To begin our ceremony today, I will ask everyone to join me in a brief moment of silent reflection to give thanks for everything you have accomplished, for the support and guidance of family, friends, faculty, and staff, and to honor those who are no longer with us. Thank you. Framingham State has been holding commencement ceremonies since our founding in 1839 as the nation's first public college for the education of teachers. We are a university proud of our history, tradition, and dedication to access and academic excellence. You have all taken a critical step on your journey to a successful career. Completing a 4-year degree is no easy task, but has become essential to landing a good job in the Commonwealth's high-tech economy. Today, you can look back in the work you have done and see the evidence of great teaching, new skills learned, and new passions uncovered. You are prepared for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. It is my sincere hope that during your time at Framingham State, you were challenged and supported by our extraordinary faculty and staff who truly care about you and your personal, professional, and academic developments. So students, I want to ask you in a second to rise and join me in a gesture of thanks to the faculty and staff, and also to your families and the significant people in your lives who have helped you achieve this moment. So please rise, look around, thank people around here. Okay. Please be seated. I feel very fortunate to have gotten the chance to get to know many of you, and I want to thank you for helping make this academic year at Framingham State so special. I have often found myself in awe of your creativity, your talent, and insightfulness. It has been a pleasure to watch you excel in the classroom, on the stage, on the athletic fields. Now, a little about our graduates. This morning, we held our graduate commencement ceremony. We conferred 511 master's degrees. This afternoon, we are awarding 977 bachelor's degrees. You are the largest class ever. So for a total of 1,488 degrees overall. So among the bachelor degree recipients, 54 students are graduating summa cum laude. Yeah. 83 are graduating magna cum laude. And 2,006 are graduating cum laude. So congratulations to all of you. So now, please join me in recognizing the people who have made today's ceremony possible. The town of Framingham for providing this lovely community and setting, the commencement committee, the facilities crew, campus police, and dining services. So let's thank all for all the help in making this possible. We are honored to be joined today by the Massachusetts Commissioner of Higher Education, Carlos Santiago. Dr. Santiago is a great friend and a tremendous advocate for public higher education in the Commonwealth. So, Dr. Santiago, could you stand up and be recognized? Next, I would like to introduce the advisors to the class of 2016, Director of Student Involvement and Leadership Development, Claire Ostrander, and where's Claire? and Academic Advisor and PLUS Program Coordinator, Emily Abel. I also want to recognize all of the FSU alumni in attendance, whether you are walking in today's ceremony or celebrating with your graduate, and many of them are wearing alumni sashes. So thanks. And finally, I would like to introduce members of our senior leadership team at the university. Executive Vice President, Dr. Dale Hamill, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Lita Vaden-Goad, and Vice President for Enrollment and Student Development, Dr. Loretta Holloway. Now, please join me in welcoming to the podium Dick Logan, Chair of the Framingham State University Board of Trustees. Appointed by the governor, the trustees have the best interest of our students out of the university at heart.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. They failed to mention that I was sitting in your seats 46 years ago. And I'm still here. It's a great honor as both a trustee and a proud graduate of Framingham State University to represent the entire Board of Trustees and congratulate today's graduates. We know that you have worked very hard to earn your degree, and you should be very proud of that accomplishment. All of us on the Board of Trustees are from the local business and professional community and are dedicated to advancing the vast opportunities offered by the university to our students. We assist President Cevallos and his leadership team to improve, develop, and strengthen Framingham State University. FSU has grown quite a bit in recent years, but we've managed our resources well and have hired additional faculty and staff to keep pace with the enrollment growth. This has allowed us to maintain small class sizes and close personal interactions between students and faculty. Providing the best possible level of education and campus experience to our students is our highest priority. We have continued to invest in our picturesque campus with new construction projects such as the beautiful Hemingway Laboratories and West Hall, which opens in the fall. The trustees and President Cevallos have made and will continue to make decisions to move the FSU campus forward based upon the confidence we have in the future of this university and its students and graduates. With the incredible faculty and staff here at Framingham State and all the new initiatives that have been and will be undertaken, we should all be optimistic about the future of this fine university. Graduates, I hope you will take the time to reflect on all you have accomplished these past few years. You should be confident that you are well prepared for the challenges and opportunities that await you. On behalf of all the trustees, congratulations and good luck as you move into the next phase of your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Logan. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Carlos Santiago to the podium to bring greetings from the Department of Higher Education.
Good afternoon. I bring you a welcome and congratulations on behalf of Governor Charlie Baker, on behalf of the Secretary of Education, Jim Pizer, on behalf of the Chair of the Board of Higher Education, Chris Gabrielli, and all the members of the Board of Higher Education. This institution, and you are not the same individuals that walked into these doors a number of years ago. This institution has transformed your life. It has changed your life, and there is much to be seen about where it will take you. We're very proud of the work that goes on at this institution because not only has it changed your life, it's changed the lives of your family, your friends, and your communities. And Massachusetts depends on you in terms of its future. And the individuals that have been largely responsible for those changes are the faculty and staff of this wonderful institution, and I appreciate all that they have done to make you reach your goals. The Commonwealth is in a bit of a crossroads. We need to develop more talent to serve our future. The 29 institutions of our public system of higher education are now serving more Commonwealth resident students than any other institutions in the Commonwealth. We need to continue that work. The future depends upon it. I want to congratulate you again, class of 2016, on your marvelous work and the work that lies ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Santiago. I now invite graduating senior and president of her class, Caitlin Murray, to the podium to deliver greetings from the class of 2016.
Welcome family, friends, faculty and staff, Claire and Emily, our class advisors, distinguished guests, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. I am extremely happy to be here with you to celebrate our big day together. Just so I can remember this day together forever, please join me in taking a killer selfie. If you had asked me 4 years ago, I would have never thought this day would come. Framingham State was my last choice for college. I went in thinking I would transfer out within my first year, but I quickly fell in love with the people and the campus, and I can safely say it has been the best 4 years. And I cannot think of better people to spend my last few moments with than the class of 2016. As I sat down to write this, all I could think of was, all right, Caitlin, pull it together. Get creative. Don't be cliche. But really, what's a commencement speech without a few cliches? So I'll run through a few real quick with you so we can get them out of the way. This is not the end. This is the beginning. You've got the education, now get the experience. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And of course, dare to live your dream. Now that we have that done and over with, let's get to the good stuff. It's funny, I tried to write this speech a few different times, relating it back to life, its challenges, and how we overcome those challenges. But one thing kept coming back to me. I have learned so much at Framingham State in and out of the classroom. For those who don't know, I've spent the past 4 years working with children at a local swim school, where I've learned many great life lessons, which has helped me develop my positive outlook on life. Now, I would like to take a moment with you to share my perspective, and I hope you can take away the same positive outlook I have. I have learned that sometimes you can have 4 students who love the water, who want to be there, and are becoming great swimmers. This leads to an amazing 30-minute lesson, and you know what you're doing is making a difference. And then sometimes you can have a class of 3 screaming, crying 2-year-olds, where you have to hold a 32-pound child for 30 minutes, and for that whole class you question every decision you've ever made. And worse than 3 screaming, crying 2-year-olds is when there's poop in the pool. But you have to clean up the poop to keep going with your day and continue teaching lessons. I don't just say this because talking about poop is funny. And I don't know any time a commencement speaker talked about poop. I told you this because there is actually something we can learn. As we go out there into the big, scary world after graduation, sometimes life will be easy, especially when we don't have to pay back our student loans. That's the class where everything is going smooth and the children can swim and you love that half hour. But then sometimes life has other plans. And we have a not so great day with screaming 2-year-olds. Thank you, baby. But you still need to smile and get through the day and keep going, because eventually you will have a class without crying. But just when you think your day is going well, the poop comes. And it's not the poop that's the actual problem. It's when you stomp your feet and complain that the real issue arises. It's not about what happens, or if it's good, or if it's bad. It's how you handle it that truly matters. We will face hard times, but if we've learned anything over the past 4 years, we know how to deal with the bumps in the road, or as I like to say, the poop in the pool. We've dealt with the infamous internet incident in 2014. We've had 3 different Hemingway entrances. And that terrible time the path between Crocker Grove and the library was closed and we had a trek through Dwight Hall. But we overcame all that with ease. We dealt with the bumps in the road that Framingham State had to offer for us. And I have no doubt that you all will be able to handle everything life throws your way with a smile on your face and a high five. If at any point in time you ever need to lean on someone, take a moment right now, look to your left, look to your right, look a few rows back, really look all around you. This is something no one can ever take away from us. We will always be Framingham State Class of 2016. No matter where you spent your Thursday nights, whether it be staying up till 5 a.m. in gate post, studying for biochem, or hanging out with friends at O'Connell's. We will always be one campus, one student body, one family. And no one, no matter how hard they try, will be able to strip you of that. My fellow graduates, I applaud you for all the hard work you've done to make it this far. Today, as we prepare for our future, as we move into tomorrow, let us hold true the words of my favorite TV dad, Coach Eric Taylor of Friday Night Lights. You can't beat yourself up because you're taking chances on things. But don't start giving up on what you set forth to do in the beginning, because that's going to get you nowhere. I can promise you that. Now, let's get out there and show the world what the class of 2016 is really made of. Thank you, and go Rams.
Thank you, Caitlin. I'd now like to invite President Ceballos back to the podium to introduce our commencement speaker.
Today, we are honored to be joined by someone who knows what it feels like to reach the pinnacle of a profession, only to lose it all to the nightmare of drug addiction. Chris Herron's story of recovery and his dedication to helping others who are facing a similar crisis are truly inspirational. Chris grew up in Fall River, Massachusetts, where he was a high school basketball legend, scoring more than 2,000 career points and being named to the 1994 McDonald's All-American team. After playing in college at Fresno State University in California, Herron realized his dream of making it to the NBA when he was drafted by the Denver Nuggets in 1998. After playing for a year in Denver, Chris got the opportunity to come and play for the Boston Celtics. But his career quickly derailed. Go Celtics. Next year. As he struggled with drug use, first alcohol, then cocaine, OxyContin, and finally heroin. Alcohol and drug-free since August 1st, 2008, Chris has refocused his life to put his sobriety and family above all else. He set up the Herron Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing treatment navigation, educational, and mentoring programs to those touched by addiction. His goal is to educate people of all ages of the dangers of substance abuse. Chris has chosen to dedicate his life to helping others, one person, one family at a time. In the midst of a horrible opioid crisis in this country, his message and his mission have never been more important. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce Chris Herron.
Man, I'll tell you one thing, 8 years ago, this was not in the books for me. And thank you to the president for mentioning the word poop and almost running me right off stage. I don't have butterflies, I have birds in my stomach right now. President Ceballos, Commissioner Santiago, members of the Board of Trustees, and distinguished faculty, thank you for allowing me to share this stage. First and foremost, I believe it is important to recognize the family and loved ones in attendance. The sacrifices and commitment you have given these students over the years is an act of selflessness and love and must be acknowledged. Your support has brought us all to this moment. And last but not least, congratulations to the 2016 class of Framingham State University. What a beautiful day it is for all of you, and what an amazing this is for me. First, I would like to apologize for not being someone incredibly famous, academically accomplished, or a political leader. I'm a lot like many of you here today. I'm a local guy, born and raised in Massachusetts. When I was first approached about the opportunity to stand before you today, I asked myself, why me? My first thought, I can't. I'm not qualified. I haven't accomplished enough, and I'm definitely not worthy of such an honor. The class of 2016 deserved much more than me. The feelings of self-doubt, the fear of failure, and the inability to deliver overwhelmed me. I was sick to my stomach when I got that phone call, and to be quite honest, I still am. It took me weeks to prepare and many sleepless nights to write, and I speak publicly every day for a living. I presented in front of Bill Belichick, Gronk, Tom Brady, I've done TED Talks, and I've told my story inside of maximum security prisons. And still, I searched long and hard to avoid this very moment. But why not me? So instead, I chose to dig deep, fight back my fears, believe in myself, and overcome my self-doubt. So here I am, your speaker, for the graduating class of 2016 at Framingham State, clutching this podium, holding on for dear life. As a young boy, I grew up in Fall River, Massachusetts. That boy. I grew up with a dream. To some, it was a fairy tale. Without a doubt, a long shot. My dream did not involve diplomas or degrees. It was to one day play for the Boston Celtics. That dream started in my driveway, pretending I was Larry Bird on a wooden backboard my father attached to my garage. And it ended with me dribbling the ball on the parquet floor, wearing a Celtics jersey, coming out of the tunnel and playing in the Boston Garden. That dream came true. But at the time, I was suffering with a secret. My secret was my addiction. and it became more powerful than my desire to play in the NBA. My career was short-lived, ended by my illness. I didn't pay attention to the warning signs when I was young, like when I was kicked out of Boston College for failing multiple drug tests, or when I went into a treatment center at 20 years old for cocaine. I ignored the fact that I was spending $20,000 a month on OxyContin, or that I had overdosed 4 times in my 8-year battle with heroin. That denial was nearly the death of me. My disease broke many hearts. It stole my soul. And I woke up every morning chasing death for that feeling. But yesterday is behind me, and I know tomorrow will always be waiting. I am grateful but beyond words, and I choose to look forward and not back. I am way too blessed today to worry about the footprints that I've left behind me. It is and always will today. I believe I was presented with this opportunity not only because of my past, but because of the man I am today and what I've been able to overcome and accomplish over the last 8 years. My accomplishment is my recovery and the willingness to share it openly and honestly. Not only the struggle and despair, but the strength I found in sobriety to be the father my children deserve, the husband that I intended to be, and a son my parents could be proud of. In the midst of a heroin epidemic that killed 1,400 people in Massachusetts last year, I am blessed by the grace of God to stand before you today. No doubt. With 2,850 days sober. As a survivor, an advocate for the sick and suffering, and determined to break the stigma, through the work of my foundation, the Heron Project, we are making a difference in moving this disease to the forefront of America to increase spending, increase funding, and provide resources people need to get into treatment. This afternoon, as a commencement speaker, I've chosen a different approach. I will not stand before you and tell you will change the world, cure cancer, end hunger, or use those corny cliches that were talked about earlier. Instead, I challenge you to look within, to reflect on the graduate you have become and what it was that motivated you to make it to this moment, and to think about what it will take to be the post-grad you want to be. The drive to succeed is in all of us. It goes way beyond any resume or test score. It is your intangible. Find it, pursue it. Listen to what your inner voice tells you. It will guide you. But without it, we are just existing. Passion without purpose is pointless. You learn from failing and succeeding. Common traits in successful people are grit and tenacity. This world is full of front runners. Let them run. Give me a young woman or man who knows how to overcome adversity over the talented and self-absorbed any day. I will not tell you life is easy, because at times it will be hard. You will lose. I lost every day for 14 years before I learned how to win. You will feel rejection and pain and have to overcome adversity and face many challenges throughout. Trust me, no one hits harder than life. Hit back. Learn from your failures and change your future. I promise you, some of your worst days can become the reason for your greatest moments. At times, your inner voice will tell you you can't when you can, that you're not good enough. when you are, that you're not worthy when you deserve more. Train your inner voice to be positive, inspiring, and challenging. Allow it to be sensitive, comforting, and reassuring when needed. Because I truly believe we can be our harshest critic